Welcome back to V-Roll. Today is Sunday, which means we are talking about our Sunday slip products that are coming down in price in the Pokemon card market. Mostly, actually, we're talking about cards, and we've identified a specific trend. Something a little bit interesting just because of the circumstances of the time and what we are encountering. So we will get into that. It's actually going to be the majority of the conversation. So if you get bored of it, it doesn't really relent. So it's just an important thing to note in how you can watch and be a little bit better predictor of the market and watching how things move. So that's all it is for. It's not really just to we uncovered some big, great secret. It's not a big secret. However, it is something to identify, keep your eyes peeled for, and get a little bit more familiar with how the card market works regularly. So let's dive in. This is the only sealed product we're going to be looking at today. I believe it's the only sealed product. The Surging Sparks Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Surging Sparks is surging in price across the board on the sealed products. It's getting increasingly difficult to find product, although I find restock posts all the time that these big box stores have big pushes for them added to the shelves. It's not going to be uncommon. We will find these. Everybody wants it at release, but if you're patient, it's not like this stuff doesn't exist. And then when people are on to the next set, they're going to be there. Yes, it's going to be sought after. Yes, it's going to clear out relatively quickly, but it's not going to be people waiting in line for it. You're not going to have that kind of situation because people will get their fill and they're on to the next set. So if you're worried about Surging Sparks, or more importantly, if you're worried about prismatic evolutions, patience is key. Timing is everything, and you will have an opportunity. Sure, go after it. Find the right price. Don't pay these exorbitant, crazy prices, but you will have an opportunity. Certain things like this, the Pokemon Center versions, there's no more opportunity. Once they're sold, they're sold. We did see a restock of this on the actual release day for Surging Sparks. We will probably and likely see that for Prismatic Evolutions, so be ready for that on January 17th when that time comes to get your chance at getting those if you haven't already gotten your pre-orders in on that. But this price has actually come down a little bit. A little bit. I mean, we're not talking much here, folks. Just a few dollars from this higher point here of just a little bit more like a week ago or so. Getting into that Black Friday time frame there where everything was really spiking up. So a little bit of a recovery there, but I don't think it's anything major. I think it's part of the slow growth. If you start watching this spike is because of the sales, the rebate you could get from TCG Player, and then it comes back down, but now it's going to be trending up. We'll have to see. Time will tell, but this may be one of the last times you might want to consider that box because I think it's going to keep climbing. Keeping with Surging Sparks here, Skarmory, we have trending down. You can watch the peaks and how they bounce downward. Then we have this spike up here. Again, that November 29th date or thereabouts, getting into that Black Friday as sales were increasing because you could get 10% as a store credit to TCG Player if you made a purchase within a certain time frame. And that's what happened. A lot of people went after this stuff, and that's the trend we're going to be seeing through here, that you see this spike up, and then it starts to recover quickly, some more than others. Sitting around $12 on that card. Pretty cool artwork there. Perrin here from Twilight Masquerade. Pretty steady climb down, even with the spike in sales. You could see a lot of sales happening. It didn't really grow the price, and then it instantly went back into a recovery there. $61.50 over here. We have Fletchinder, really cool little artwork with the campfire. Just maybe it's this time of year with winter coming on, and a little bit of snow flurries happening in my area already that, you know, you see that nice warm fire and the glow of the lantern here, and it just has that good cozy feeling. And who doesn't love a little V-Rule in the morning with their cup of coffee, right? So we got that in there as a little cameo. I think it's an homage to us, really. We have this growing spike here. It actually was overcorrecting and trying to come back down. Then we hit the sales, and it jumped up, and it came back down. So the coming down seems to have a couple peaks that maybe it's trending that way. But if we start stretching this out, what do we got here? Don't think it's that much longer. Yeah, we had a high point at $7.55. It was coming back down. There was a little bit of growth, and we may be coming in a correction back down here where we'd probably see it sitting around in the $5, $6 range soon. So I'd keep your eyes peeled on that one. I don't think it's crashing or anything, but it might be worth taking a look at for a longer term. So I think it's on a downward trend rather than an upward trend. I'm saying too much about one little card. Joltik, we're sitting around $6.60. Don't be fooled by those first prices there. This was peaking up. I think it shot way up when it was really coming into a recovery zone. Were people waiting and holding off, getting ready for Black Friday? Is this a trend we're talking about? That could be. That we saw this dip off quite a bit, and then it was starting to skyrocket just for those sales of getting that 10% credit, and now we've come to a quick recovery. So a lot of things are actually on the upward trend, where some are coming into this downward trend a little bit here, and the spikes weren't really happening, even though sales on it were. This is the Zorora from Shrouded Fable, just a set that people weren't that interested in, but there's some artworks that are starting to grow on me where I'm like, maybe I'll have to open a little bit and see if I get lucky on that, just because there's a couple pieces I wanted to open anyways for the promo. Let's bring this all the way down. My goodness, that Monkey Dory really coming down hard. Not getting too affected by that spike there for the 10% back there. Tropius, it seemed like we were on this trend of kind of a little up, a little down, a little up, a lot down. I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. But if we could actually stretch this out a little bit here, because I think we got more data to go off of. It's been on a pretty long downward trend, and then we had getting into that Black Friday sale. But quick recovery that we're back down in that 565 range there already. Surging Sparks again. Kecleon. I have to slow down to say some of these names because I always mess them up. Kecleon, we hit that trend, we hit that spike up as it was coming down, and now we're coming into a recovery. But is it going to hold steady in that sub 5 when it really was coming all the way down in sub 4 over here? So I don't know, 485 for now. Pretty cool artwork, a little bit simplified in its coloring, but cool artwork nonetheless. Really busy here, and then you don't have just one. There's 4 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. At a quick glance, 5. I found another one. Okay, so there are others. So you think you're getting one Pokemon, but you're getting close to a half dozen. It's fantastic. We'll take it. Somebody commented and said I say this wrong all the time. Terra Pagos. Is that right? Can you comment down below and make sure that makes sense? Let's just take a small break right there and talk about this. We are going for 4,000 subscribers. We're going to be doing a poster collection from 151 as a giveaway for the wonderful grand prize winner. One of you subscribers is going to be so lucky to get that, and 2 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks. Not to mention we're doing 5 mystery card lots. Speaking of which, on Friday there was a call to action to have 75 likes on that video to give away an additional, just in the middle of this long run giveaway, a mystery card lot, and we have our winner. We do have our winner of the mystery card lot going out to lucky subscriber White Hawk 1734. Congratulations. Thanks for the daily great content. Thank you for being a subscriber. And so many people do watch this channel daily or quite close to it. So as often as I'm posting them, you're watching them. I really appreciate that support. So that's just a small thank you to the community that I could get one of these out amidst the big giveaway. Like, comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the channel. And I'm going to be doing another one of these before we get to that 4,000 subs. So stay tuned. We're going to have a little bit heavier call to action to get there, but I think we're going to do it in a few days and get that running. So be a part of the channel. And let's dive back in. Terra Pagos. I think that's right. I don't know. Coming down, down. This spike in sales happened, but the price did not. And then it's starting to creep up on the back end there just a little bit. 81, awkward number, but that's where it sits. Clobopus out of Surging Sparks. Cool artwork, kind of fun. We've seen this style before. I don't understand this one. It kind of flatlined, like we've lost a lot of data, so I don't really know if this is accurate, but it's been on a long downward trend since the beginning there, sitting at $4.05 on that one. Iron Moth out of Paradox Rift. We've had some what seemed to be decent climbs, and then it just tanked. For that spike, it really came down quite a bit. Started to recover on that sale price, and then still can't hold up. But if we stretch this out a little bit, can we get a better idea? It's been almost even. I mean, it's wild swings up and down, but pretty much even here. That we've gone from a year ago to just shy of 4 to just over 4. Pretty insane on that. Cool coloring on that one. Pretty nice card to have there. Carmine out of Twilight Masquerade. Another special illustration rare here on the trainer. People love this one. They like the lighting. They like the artwork. I guess they like Carmine too. But it's been a slow burn coming way down here and then into that spike where we see a little bit of growth. And now it's going to be coming what? Leveling off, recovering. Keeping it under 70, we'll see 69.92 on that one. King Gambit, not a favorite artwork here, not a favorite Pokemon of mine by any means, but King Gambit coming in here, really showing us that trend where we're working our way up in that 10% off deal and then quick recovery back down, that people were taking advantage of it. And since the sales were happening, the price was growing. So while, you might have gotten it in that 10% store credit back, $391 going up to $475-ish. did you get the credit or did you pay the difference to get the credit and you're ultimately paying the same? I don't know. That's the thing I've been noticing in this one here, that as it was going up, people are getting their little credit, but you're paying more for it right now. So you'd have to be, it's easier looking on the back end, because hindsight's 2020, of course, that you'd be able to look on the back end and see if it would have been the better deal or not, at which point in time you bought it there. Execute 624, is that right? That can't be right. Well, it's been like kind of a slow, steady decline here on these peaks over valleys here, a little bit back up, coming back down, kind of hitting into this sale time frame here. Looks like it even came up higher than that, but a little awkward here. Can we even stretch out? There's not much more to go, right? No. So, well, if you give it this one from the pre-sale to the, getting over the FOMO, and now we're just trying to level off more or less. But man, it looks pretty wild, because we're talking little differences here. 441 up to, let's be more realistic, to a higher point here, 507. Okay, I mean, we're talking like a 65-cent swing ish. That's rough. I didn't do the math, but don't be paying the 624, because it's really 482, even though both of those reflect current egg prices. So let's move over to Diplin from Twilight Masquerade. Are we looking at 340 here? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What are you doing? My goodness. Well, you're out of Twilight Masquerade. There should be a little bit more information on you, but it's been pretty steady. If you start plotting these out, getting averages, we're looking like it's been sitting in the same price, no up, no down, and it didn't even follow the trend where a lot of other ones did. It's on the downslope now, but that's not a lot of data to be confident in that number. But 341, if you're looking to get that one there. Iono, special illustration rare, out of Paldea Evolved. I know this one was the pull of the set for a little while there, but that Magikarp took over. We have this nice decline here over time. Yes, we've got the spike because of the sales that happened with it, getting that percent back. People nicely bought it on the bottom and made all the sales happen, which is trending the price back up. But the sales are slowing down because of it, because the price is not really what the market is agreeing to here, but currently standing at 56.89. Lastly, Latios out of Surging Sparks. We have this one sitting here. Is it 45? I don't think it quite is here. 41.24. Can't really stretch it out beyond that, but let's take a look beyond those FOMO prices. Nice sink to the 36 over there, and then came back up to 43. And we're just trying to find where it belongs. It's been kind of trending down here on these peaks, coming down, and then we have those sale prices bringing it back up, coming back to that recovery path. That's what we've noticed. That sale, that Black Friday sale, the 10% credit back, is what shifted everything, where a lot more sales happened. It brought the price up to justify those sales happening, and then things are recovering quite quickly here, just a little bit more than a week after. So interesting to look at. Not a whole lot coming down. There's a lot more going up. I'll tell you, this Pokemon market is booming. But let's help you out with some free stuff. Pokemon 151 going out to one lucky subscriber on the poster collection there. 2 3-pack boosters of Surging Sparks and 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. All you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the channel. It's really not that difficult. Take that extra step so you are entered into this one. I know by subscribing you're entered. However, I need to be able to select the winners out of these things. So go over to this video here. That's the one where you're going to leave an additional comment, and then I know you are entered for the contest, because once we hit the 4,000 subs, I'm pulling from that video all the different comments to pick our winner. Whew. Crazy. Sorry, just needed a breath. I feel like I've been going wild on this one. But there's no need to slow down, because I post 7 days a week, and with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.